Hey guys, this is SeetherCord here, and welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video, it's not going to be that well organized. I'm going to kind of shoot the gun with this video. I don't really have my usual pinpointed notes on how to really describe this video because it's really difficult to really put this video onto paper like some other videos specifically. So this is going to be more of a ramble video, more so kind of just getting a little bit more on my emotional side when it comes to expressing what's going on in my head and my thoughts about today's subject. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about how I feel about being a furry YouTuber overall, and also kind of addressed some issues I've seen as of lately when it comes to myself and what I'm seeing outside or even within the furry YouTuber, outside of the furry YouTube regular general YouTube sphere. Because there's been some things that have happened within this past week of me being involved on YouTube and online and everything, with not only me but also with my partner, which have kind of made me have some second thoughts, or maybe kind of push me back for a sec on how to feel about continuing with YouTube on the site and just making content altogether for the internet. So I'm going to address three major things that have been happening this past week, and we're going to actually start with the most recent one, which happened yesterday. So if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen a more recent tweet from me as of the day of me recording this video, where I gave an apology to Scrat Kangaroo for calling him a fucking idiot in the video I made on him, granting on him. I still think he was wrong in every sense of the word for all the stuff he's been doing to other people within the community. I just felt me calling him a fucking idiot and cursing at him directly made it a little bit more personal, and I felt like maybe it was a little too mean-spirited, because I feel like when it comes to addressing drama and addressing people doing wrong in the community, I don't want to make it more so as just kind of a bully thing. I want to make it more as if kind of this person is doing very wrong and it's affecting other people, and I feel like I need to put my say into it to hopefully stop it. And I appreciate you guys, for the most part, liking the response. I haven't gotten any negative comments aimed at me for apologizing. So again, I just want to overall improve as a person and hopefully not get involved with too much toxic drama on YouTube and become toxic myself. Now, something I want to address that involves YouTube and everything that's having me have second thoughts and everything is what has been happening this past week with the whole H3H3 and Keemstar drama. Now, I haven't spent too much of my time looking into it. I've only watched videos from other YouTubers talking about it, maybe one or two YouTubers discussing it, because honest to God, I don't even care who's necessarily in the right. It's just that this whole situation is just boosting more drama on the community and having some really shady stuff from I've been hearing about both of these YouTubers trying to ruin each other's sponsors and everything, and how it's going to potentially encourage another adpocalypse, and it's going to make a lot of people think it's okay if I don't like this YouTuber, I'm just going to contact their sponsors and try to get them canceled from their sponsors so that way these YouTubers lose money. And it's just a very toxic situation overall, and with the whole Scrat Kangaroo thing, I felt like I was maybe going down that pathway. Maybe wasn't fully going down that way, but I was potentially putting myself at risk that, I can just make more rant videos on other people doing wrong and insult them, and it encourages people to hate on those people as well. And I don't want to take that with my channel. And again, I'm trying to do a new kind of journey with my content to where I'm trying to be fully transparent. I don't want to be these people on YouTube that try to act as if they're perfect and never take responsibility when they screw up. Again, if I screw up, call me out in the comment section, because I want to improve. I want to be transparent with you guys that I'm not perfect. I'm just like everybody else, and I want to improve as much as I can, not only as a content creator, but as a person, because I've screwed up a lot in my life and I want to be better. Another thing that was happening around this time when it involves the whole drama sphere is there was a YouTuber who used to make content, and now it's been a year since they quit. I'm not going to mention their username, but they've been off YouTube for about a year. They used to make gaming content on YouTube, and they were a YouTuber that I followed quite a bit, and they also held a contest where you could be a guest star in one of their videos, and I won the contest, and I'm in one of their videos. This was back before SeetherCord was even a thing. This was back when I was on my older accounts. And I haven't talked to this YouTuber or interacted with them or even really thought about them for literally over half a decade. And I've been seeing as of recently that they have been getting into some drama with a personal friend of theirs, which has recently became really popular on YouTube. My friend, my old person that I would watch on YouTube that I have in contact with, has 12,000 subscribers, and they're also friends with someone who was just around their size but then blew up to over 100,000. And this person is known for being very toxic. They're known for making very racially insensitive jokes. Not saying that you can't joke about race or make offensive jokes, but it was just more so tasteless offensive jokes that didn't really have any subtleness to them or had any like real context to them either. They were just flat out racist jokes, and it got kind of weird because this person also would record people of a different race than them and make assumptions about them on camera and everything from a distance, be like, oh, the people of this race are gonna go do this thing. It's just weird. And even though I know there's those people out there like, oh, well, people are just too sensitive these days, but the thing is though, like recording people in public, that's just weird. Okay, recording people in public in that context is just weird. And then I started to think like, oh, maybe this person probably isn't as bad. But then I look at their Twitter, and again, you know, if you go on Twitter and you can kind of basically see what kind of person someone is based off of their Twitter posts and everything. Yeah, it's kind of like that, where this person would constantly take screenshots of people blocking them. It was just drama, 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 negative, 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 all over their Twitter page. And there's just so many people online that are just negative. And I know, like, I used to be the type of person to be like, everything's positive. I'm not trying to be like that, but come on. It's just, if you surround yourself in so much negativity, it just makes being online just miserable. And before seeing all this, I thought about contacting this friend again, but then I started to realize myself, you know what? Probably shouldn't DM them on Twitter or anything like that, because I'm probably going to get wrapped up in something that I don't want to be wrapped up in again. Because I've been around people like that, and I had to cut those people out of my life because they were just getting too toxic for their own good. Now, to take a second to discuss like the kind of content that I'm producing, and kind of going back to me apologizing over getting a little too personal with the Scrat Kangaroo video and the insulting comment that I made. I also want to consider the fact that me and Cramchi were planning to make a video kind of ranting on a fursuiter that has been known to scam about 70 plus people. Again, we were discussing and we didn't want to make it toxic, and we felt like, yeah, this is a person who is genuinely harming other people within the community. But then I've been thinking also, like, maybe it would probably be not a good idea to get into it because it would be negative and sad to talk about. And it comes to the fact that also I'm about 1 week away as of the time of this video until my flight back home to the US. And so I kind of want to have a more positive mindset for this last week that I have with my partner. So we're going to probably not make that video for a while, or probably reconsider what you guys might think on the direction of the channel, whether or not to still try to make it more positive, or just have this kind of spin where like, yeah, try to be positive, but address situations when they need to be. Because again, I don't want to go down the pathway that a lot of these drama YouTube channels are going down, because it's starting to feel like this vibe with a lot of channels on YouTube where, oh, like the whole like cancel culture's coming back, or it's just like 2016 YouTube when a lot of people were very stressed out and divided over the US elections, and there was a lot of content made in 2016 that was kind of going after each other and like canceling everyone and all, and it just was a very toxic time in the year 2016 on YouTube. Hell, we especially had to consider the fact that Leafy is Here was a really successful YouTube channel, which I don't know how you guys feel on him, but I just, even though he has a right to make the kind of content he did back in the day, I just felt that he personally was a toxic individual that I wouldn't want to mess with online. And I wouldn't want to get a kind of fan base like that, personally. Also, to consider the fact that I don't want to make this upcoming week of content to be too much involved with negative. I also don't want to push too much pressure on myself to get it out on time, because of the fact that YouTube can be very stressful at times. Now, to be fair, I've been doing this thing for 3 years, and I have gotten better ways of managing stress while also being able to be consistent online. I pride myself in the fact that I'm able to handle stress in a more effective, less anxiety-inducing way. But again, it's my last week, and I don't want to add too much pressure on myself, because there's a funny story of something that happened while trying to get out my last video on the hottest furry girls. The video was actually supposed to come out a day earlier than it originally did come out, and the reason that it was delayed an extra day was because, I'm not exaggerating, you can look this up, since we're currently in Paraguay right now, the whole country had to deal with a power outage for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. And it happened around the time of when I was uploading the video, and it happened about 2 hours or so before the video was supposed to go live. I finished uploading the video, but it was stuck in the processing section before I was able to get it online to the servers. Now, I was able to upload the video before the outage went on, but while it was processing to the YouTube servers and everything, that's when the power went out. And we were basically stuck in the dark for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and my computer wasn't charged, and I was stressing out because I had to get this out on time, and I wasn't able to put the mid-roll ads in the video because you have to wait for it to fully process before you do that. And I also had to worry about getting it linked to all the social media sites and everything around the time it comes out. It was just all around very stressful, and I was not proud of how I handled it in the end. And especially even after the power went back on, I guess because of the Paraguay YouTube servers they have, they had to deal with the power outage as well, so there probably was issues with maintenance on the servers. So when I woke up the next morning, the video was finally finally done processing, and then it uploaded the next day. And I don't personally want to go through that ever again, especially not in this coming week, because again, me and Cramshy, we want to enjoy our time together for the next week and all, because that's our last week we have together before I come back home. So again, if there's kind of a limited amount of uploads for the coming week, it's because of that. I'll still try to get it out, but I'm going to definitely dedicate at least a couple of hours every day within this last week for just Cramshy and I. And that pretty much wraps up this video for you guys today. I'm sorry if this video is very disorganized. I kind of feel like it is, but I'm overall satisfied with it, even though I was bouncing all over the place with the subjects and all. I just felt like I needed to vent this because there has been definitely a lot of doubt as of lately of whether or not to continue YouTube, because there's definitely been a lot of doubt within me on where to take my direction of my channel, where to have my presence online, how to present myself, because again, it's just, with all this stuff going on within the furry YouTube sphere and the overall YouTube sphere, it just feels very negative and toxic. And again, I'm not trying to be the type of person to think everything's positive, because there is negative stuff going on, but I want you guys to at least have a positive and good time and still have this channel be a way to escape from the bullcrap that we all have to deal with in our personal lives. How do you guys feel about this video overall? Do you guys agree with me about where I want to take this channel and how I'm handling it, or do you guys disagree? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you enjoy my content and want to further help out my channel, please consider donating to me on Patreon if you want to get access to content that you can't get anywhere else, or either consider donating to me on Ko-fi if you want to make only a one-time donation instead of a monthly donation. Please consider smashing that like button, turn the notification bell, and subscribe all together. Make sure to check out my gaming channel known as SeetherCord Games and my no commentary gaming channel known as Seether Chills. All that will be linked down in the description down below. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for watching this video. Remember to keep your anxiety levels down and stay positive. I've been SeetherCord, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh no, I pressed the other one.
It's alright. Bye, bae. Love you. He's like, yeah, 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 yeah.